I'm Victoria Silverfine, and I'm going to talk about marital power. So, the principle of least interest was a term that was coined by Willard Waller, and it is basically used to describe the situation in which the partner with the least interest in continuing the relationship enjoys the most power in it. So the three components that go along with the marital power are power, conflict, and communication. So with power, basically, the power in a marital relationship needs to be balanced. As Jesse Bernard in 1982 said, authority is based on law, but power can be derived from personality. And there are 6 types of marital power: coercive, reward, expert, legitimate, referent, and informational. The next is conflict. In the healthiest of relationships, it is common for couples to have conflicts or disagreements. The common conflicts typically tend to be about sex, money conflicts, or housework. And the consequences that usually come along with this are mental health, physical health, family and child well-being, resolving conflict. Typically is an agreement as a gift, bargaining, coexistence, or forgiveness. So basically something that can make up for what there was conflict over. And lastly, there's communication. So there's 2 types. There's verbal, which expresses the message, and nonverbal, which is really non-expressive. So examples of this are proximity, eye contact, touching, and facial expressions. Men and women communicate differently. Wives are clearer and more positive communicators, while men tend to not be like that as much. For the meaning of communication to be clear, verbal and nonverbal messages must agree. 3 couples that demonstrate the principle of least interest are Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, Jay-Z and Beyonce, and Donald Trump and Melania Trump. Kanye West shows this as he shows less interest in his relationship with Kim and gets to enjoy the most power in their relationship. Kim is always the one with the kids and tries to keep Kanye happy, as he's a very busy person with a different career than Kim. Jay-Z and Beyonce have a different dynamic. Jay-Z clearly has the power in his marriage to Beyonce. He appears to be less interested in their relationship. Despite their both powerful and busy careers, it is evident that Jay-Z has a more demanding type of industry, which leaves Beyonce more with the kids. And with Donald Trump and Melania Trump, despite their issues in their marriage, Melania appears to have the power in this marriage because she's not always with her husband all the time, and it doesn't seem like she wants to be with him a lot of the times. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the resource theory of power and the feminist or gender perspective. So the resource theory of power is based on a study by Blood and Wool from 1960 that concluded that decision-making and power within a marriage was based on the level of social resources that each spouse brought to the marriage. An example of this type of couple would be Bethany Frankel and Jason Hobby, who were previously married in 2010 and divorced in 2016. She had the power in the relationship because of her financial success and stability, and he wasn't able to handle this type of marriage as it caused a lot of strain on their relationship and ultimately made their relationship end for them, as it was too hard for them to be together because of this. So on the feminist or gender perspective, it basically states that women have considerable power in marriage and families. It would be a serious mistake to overlook the inequalities between husbands and wives. Tichenor's research indicates that women who earn more than their husbands don't have more power because they don't want to have their husbands feel masculine. We need the marital power to be egalitarian to have equality in marriages. Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky have an egalitarian relationship. They have careers and take care of their children and home together. Everything they do is as a couple and equally, which leads them to have a great marriage. Thank you for watching.